What is the key to a better love making? What is this hidden secret that is shared in the Tantra world? Hi, everyone. Welcome for another podcast. Today, I want to talk about how to be better in love making. That question that most of the men really are seeking for an answer. And for some reason, there is this belief, even in the Tantra world, this belief that Skittles are improving your performance in lovemaking. And when I say this, I smile. I smile because it's it's just not your foundation. And I see men wanting to improve their skills, but they completely forget about the foundation that actually makes lovemaking better. And it's not so much about you being the best lover or you having those magical skills that makes any woman having an amazing experience, because that's not how it actually works. If we speak about foundations of intimacy, you have to understand that your foundation that you will build or that you have are not always compatible with every woman, meaning that not every woman will be amazed by your skills, because every woman and every intercourse or every connection is just different. So I can be a perfect lover for my partner, but it doesn't mean that I'm a perfect lover for another woman. And what will happen is that you start finding and matching with the woman which you can have a really beautiful lovemaking. So it's not so much about your skills, but it's more about who you are when you step into intimacy. And who you are will match with who she is, and together you will generate an amazing, beautiful love-making experience because you merge into one single identity, or us, like I love to call it. So if you're seeking for skills, unfortunately, this will not be the podcast. Here we're going to talk more about foundations. And with this, I do want to clarify that skills are not bad. And it's always good to have some extra skills. Imagine if the skills could represent a 10% of improvement. Well, it's still a 10% of improvement. It can give you more space. Imagine about the idea of PE, premature ejaculation. Skills can help you with that. But again, it is a 10% of improvement, maybe a 20% of improvement if you're really good in your skills, which will take a lot of effort, discipline, and energy, so that you know already heads up how it looks like. But the most important thing is your foundation. And your foundation is based on your confidence. And the confidence will give you access to presence. And how are they actually connected? Well, if you're not confident in yourself, you're not confident in who you are in your intimacy, you will be building up stories. That's where insecurity happens. Insecurity usually happens in your mind, in the story that you're telling about yourself. And the stories, so your mind that is active in a story, will take you away from the present moment. So will actually take away your presence. A presence is a certain, it's not really a behavior, it's more an inner attitude that also transmit a certain energy. And that energy is perceived as presence. and I'm like, wow, I feel him so present. And it's really being in the present moment. So if you're in an intimate intercourse with someone, in an intimate connection, that person can perceive your presence in every touch, movement, sound. Doesn't matter what you're doing, but there is presence, and that is an intensifier. It just intensifies so much the experience that it makes the lovemaking so magical. And think about this. When you rely on skills, I bet you're building your lovemaking on ego because you want to improve your skills. Skills are usually things that you can compare and that you can measure. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. This is usually something that you can measure. And when you can measure something, you're probably using your analytical brain. So you are in your brain, you are in your mind, you're not present. So I can bet that you're trying to perform because you perform based on your skills by using your skills. So you're in a performance act. You're not present. You're just trying to perform and you're building in that story in your head. I have to perform. I'm performing. Oh, look how great I look. I'm such a performer. You're not using presence, which is the foundation of a magical lovemaking. Is presence. It's a type of energy that you're transmitting, and it makes it all so magical. So, I think I can conclude this here and let it sink into you and maybe change a little bit the way how you perceive lovemaking and let the performance idea go a little bit away, step away from it and try to step more into a feeling of a presence that every touch is being done with fully presence and you will see how presence will actually start inviting you sensations that are usually shared as energy exchange, energy movement, kundalini, etc., etc. Let's not go there yet. Let's just stick to one thing, the foundations. Try to be present as most presence you can build at any moment that you're doing. If you're giving a kiss to lovemaking, be present. Feel that presence and show it to someone that you're present. And remember, it's an energy, it's a type of energy that you're typing in, a type of frequency. It's not a super focus coming from the brain. You're not, how could I say that? Like, it's not that you're with your eye like super focused and this is what you're doing and like the dog focus that is trying to hunt something. No, that's not the type of presence that I'm talking about. It's something that is you feel it more in your heart, in the openness, even maybe in your belly, and you feel that you're awake and that you're aware of almost every sensation that can be happening. That's the type of presence that I'm talking about. So I do hope that this little information about the foundation of lovemaking can help you and that you can practice this even though you might not understand everything what I'm sharing and it might sound a little bit of what what is he saying? Just step a little bit away, put aside the performance idea and try to tap into presence and try to feel and see if there is any improvement in the quality of your lovemaking that you are feeling in your body. And that in that case, when you feel it, you know that she is also feeling it. Thank you very much for listening and looking forward to the next podcast to share a little bit more with you.